I drove down to Brighton very early this morning, conveniently to a coffee place where I've been served some very lovely coffee actually. I'm at White Cloud Coffee Company, which is, are we technically Brighton or Hove?
Well, it's Brighton and Hove City.
Brighton and Hove?
It used to be Brighton and Hove, two towns, and then the population grew and it turned into a city. So now it's Brighton and Hove City.
So it's not just Brighton, it's not just Hove, it's both?
You're in both, yeah. Technically you're in Hove, if you were to get technical about it. And Brighton's probably about a 5-minute walk that way.
Huh. And we're right by the seaside, aren't we?
We are, yeah, beautiful pebbly beaches where everyone looks like an idiot.
Yeah. You guys are doing like a fucking ridiculous competition.
Well, that's one really good way of putting it, yeah. We are giving away a dream coffee machine with a year's worth of coffee and everything you need to make a coffee. Keep cup, scales, jug, and we'll come and train you how to use it. But the machine is in here. We'll do a big reveal in a minute. This
is literally the dream coffee machine.
Yeah, it's a Rocket Appartamento, and it comes with the Rocket grinder, Gianinno grinder. Yeah, we'll get it set up and you can see it all, and we'll train you how to use it. When
I left architecture, I said to myself, because I left the architecture and that industry like quite a few years ago now. When I left the architecture industry, I said to myself, there's two things that I want, and then when I feel like I've made it, and I don't know what made it is, when I feel like I've made it, I will get them.
Yeah.
One of them is one of them.
Mate, today's the day. You've made it.
I've made it.
Yeah.
The second one, which I think is actually going to be even harder to get hold of, which no one will get this reference in this video, is a 1980s Vitra Eames office chair in plum purple.
Yeah, I'm completely baffled, but I assume it's a very nice chair.
I'll put in a photo of it right here.
There you go, that one.
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah.
Espresso-ito? Espressito?
And
I've got a bag that we can put in it.
I think we can grind it. Just grind it and sprinkle it on.
It's a little dusty.
It's just a profile that we put together for our office customers.
Desk jockey.
Desk jockey, yeah, because obviously people are sat at their desks and we supply very high-end machines to the offices, and it makes it, the coffee that comes out of these machines is amazing, and that's what they want. They want good tasting coffee in the office. They don't have to go out and spend whatever it is down at some shop that's probably not doing a great job, so we do it all in their office for them.
You can buy a coffee in London for about £6 now. Yeah. Do you think the chief packer is going to have a mental breakdown in this competition?
Well, if there's loads of entries, then I absolutely will.
Well, Westy here is going to find you.
Hi, Westy.
Hello.
I like your jacket.
Thank you.
It's Paddington.
I don't think it's raining though.
It was my ideas.
A leak down there. But we're going to find like machines like this that need some love. Westy's very good at making things like that look like this. Let's go into a customer.
Yeah.
Respray it, get new internals, recondition it so it's like brand new.
Yeah. So
we've got brand new machines, but we've also got stuff that's on the market that needs some love. And we'll do something similar down the line with those as well. That is a standard linear, lemons like a linear, and then we've resprayed it. Or Westy got it resprayed.
So
the quality.
I've took a few bits off it now though, unfortunately, but this one is a pretty much complete one, but very similar as you can see.
They're beautiful.
And this is what happens when they're rebuilt, but they haven't got the panels back on yet, so it gives you an idea that it's an inside out refurbishment.
Right, so literally to win all of this stuff, you have to buy a 1 kilo bag of coffee. It's nuts. It is bonkers. I can't get my head around it. I literally I spend 40 quid on coffee a month easily.
Yeah, yeah.
This is about £32?
£32, yeah.
And if I bought, I can literally win all of that.
Yep. Yeah. Well, there's a big box now as well that's stuck in the top, which I'll show you in a minute.
Nice little bag.
It's all about the details. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, didn't work.
We'll do it again.
filtered water.
Filtered water.
Must be filtered water.
Brita filter.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But not too filtered because you do want to retain some of the minerals because that affects the taste of the coffee.
Certain places have better water than other places.
They do.
Water in the Peak District.
When you're very lucky, the coffee is going to taste amazing.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Snakes.
Some snakes here. Right.
Is this conveniently 1 kilo worth of coffee?
That's 500 grams.
That's 500 grams?
This is a kilo.
Oh, okay. So one of those big bags.
Yes.
We'll fill that twice.
Yeah.
I'm good at maths.
And you'll get, here's some more maths for you, you'll get about 50 espressos out of 1 kilo of coffee.
You can adjust the time that it's going to grind for the weight you need.
Yeah.
You'll have scales as well, so you can make sure you're weighing in. That's the most important thing when making the coffee, is you want to weigh and time the extraction. So it's like a recipe. You bake a cake and you just, if you're doing banana bread, you just chuck all the stuff in without weighing it. It's going to taste different or a bit off. So same as coffee, there's a recipe. You weigh in a certain amount to give you an extraction time, to give you yield in the coffee cup.
5 coffee tips to make the perfect cup of coffee. Hit me.
Weigh your coffee, time your coffee.
That's 2.
So weigh it, weigh the grind,
Yeah.
weigh the yield, time the yield, filter your water, and
Don't oversteam. Don't burn your milk. Don't go too hot with your milk.
There you go. 5 tips.
Right, with the milk, only hold it for about, when you can't hold this for 2 seconds, that's hot enough. But your jugs may differ, so just make sure it's not burning your mouth.
This specific jug is a 2-second jug.
I don't know actually, we'll have to try it later. It could be a 3-second.
Oh.
On the stuff that we use in a cafe will be...
We need to know how long it is because this is the jug that comes with the prize. Filter water.
Filter water. So, depending on where the coffee comes from, the different origins will reflect the taste in the coffee, and then obviously how you roast it will enhance that as well. So, Rocket, you're going to get like dark chocolate and I can never say the word. Molasses. Yeah, molasses. Where Desk Jockey is more still chocolate, but more of a dried fruit, nutty taste. Whereas Endeavour will have a hint of citrus because of the Rwanda in there.
Oh really? So Rwandan coffee has a bit more citrus to it?
Yeah, it's more like orangey citrus flavours.
That sounds fun.
It's more of an acidic coffee as well. If you do suffer from acidity problems as well, your best bet is getting a Brazil or Indonesian because that's the lowest on the acidity level, if that's a thing.
So you used to be a very good bike rider. You still are a very good bike rider, but you used to be... Maybe would you say you were better when you were younger?
yeah, I'll put it this way, I get better as, the older I get, the better I was.
It's a good way of wording it.
Yeah, so I think someone once said to me, I was good but I wasn't great.
Well, still better than being rubbish.
Yeah, so I raced a lot when I was at high school, and then had some time off university, and then got selected to ride for New Zealand in my late 20s.
Cool.
So I won the regional road championships in Auckland for that area, which sounds way more impressive than it was.
Stop putting yourself down.
Yeah, that is impressive. Take it, yeah.
Yeah, and and cycling has been the thread throughout my life. That I ended up working for brands who had pro cycling teams, and my background's marketing, commercialization. So I've kind of always tried to work in an industry that has cycling in it. It's been how Phil and I met and realised that we've got so much in common with, I'm like a 10-year-older version of you. We ride.
It's your future.
You're a lot better looking than I am.
It's just the compliments today, mate.
Have I come in on a really good day?
Oh yeah, what have you eaten?
Normally I'm grumpy.
It's Monday. So
Yeah, it's Monday.
You had a nice weekend.
Yeah, I've had a nice weekend. Yeah. So we cycle. We have a love of the ocean. We're both yacht masters. We both love coffee. Different journeys to get to where we are, and so it's cycling for me. It's been a huge kind of direction finder.
How did you start White Cloud Coffee then?
I'd been working corporate for many years, and that was branding, commercialization, launching products, and I got made redundant from the big American company I was working for. And these things are always a blessing in disguise. It's very tough when it happens, but there's silver lining, and sort of took stock and went, I'm going to do something different. Fortunately, one of the guys I raced with for many years when I was in New Zealand, he had a roastery and cafes, back in the early 2000s. And we always taught coffee, so got in touch with him and said, look, I'm thinking of doing this and that. And we had a lot of commercial discussions. And so yeah, that's how kind of the idea of it started. It had been an idea for a while. And then sort of put the foundations in place, and then a mutual friend introduced me to Phil. And with the kind of foundation I'd put in place, and then the connections, because you can't do this alone. It's a very small business. Is not something you can really do on your own, I don't think. So yeah, between the two of us, there's just sort of like this magic that happens, isn't there?
Yeah, the magic happens.
So you hear baristas say, I'm dialing in, and what that means is they're turning the dial on the coffee grinder to change the coarseness or the fineness of the coffee, so it's extracting at the right rate.
Yeah.
So what Phil's doing now is, because this is a brand new grinder, he's dialing it in, which means he's moving the burrs closer and closer and closer together to increase the fineness of the coffee, so that it flows the right rate.
This is something I'm presuming that takes a lot of experience to know this perfect.
No, we can teach you in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be some sort of like
a dark art.
No, it's like setting up tubeless tyres. That's a dark art.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I've made a very good video on that.
Have you? Okay. Yeah.
Building wheels. That is a dark art. That is a dark art.
So I used to work for a company called Avanti in New Zealand, and they were the specialised importer, and we had one guy was a wheel tuner, and I'd get him to build my race wheels because they were amazing, and they'd come out of the box in the factory.
Be wonky, yeah?
Yeah. They needed tuning, I think was what we said.
Yeah.
And he would tune these wheels, and they would be incredible. Yeah. Mine's trial and error. I get the spoke in, I'm like, no, it's now jamming on the brakes, so it must be the other way.
Made this without even telling us.
Well, it's dialed in now, so. The milk, I don't know the exact temperature, so when I can't hold it for about, I went 3 seconds.
Neither of you, your original career was in coffee, right? So this has really become your passion, is going into coffee, right?
Yeah, so I got into coffee, so I was living in Seattle at the time. I used to work on super yachts as a chief mate. And the guy I used to work with, I went to Starbucks and got him caramel or whatever it was, and he's like, no, come with me. So he took me to this place to start in Seattle, really cool back alley cafe, and that was pretty much my journey from there. I just was like, what are these guys doing? They're weighing stuff and being really particular about what they're doing. Yeah, got really into it. Started investing in my own equipment on the boat I was on. And then when I ended up leaving the industry, I came home and I started an events business that did coffee at music festivals, sporting events all over the country. Thought I'd do that, work 6 months of the year, and then ride my bike for the next 6 months. But it didn't really work out like that. Weather in England at events and the cost of being at a music festival was going through the roof. So yeah, sold it, met Craig, and then White Cloud is here now.
So I'm going to plug it again. I don't care that this video is a bit pluggy, because this is such a ridiculous price. That it's ridiculous. Like, Rocket Espresso, grinder, scales, a year's supply. Is that hot, that bit? A year's supply of coffee, which is 12 1 kilo bags. So I've got the special one, black bags. So a year's supply of coffee, 12 bags of it. And all you have to do to enter this is to buy one 1 kilo bag from these guys at White Cloud. It's bonkers. I don't understand how you're doing it.
Well, neither do we.